Welcome to part 5 of the Batman Arkham Asylum Let's Play, you beautiful people. Last time we rescued 2 of the 3 doctors that we need to rescue, and right now we're going to go after the 3rd one, Dr. Young. And before you leave, be sure to scan this riddle right here. I jumped the gun and already scanned it before I started recording. I do apologize about that, but we're going to go ahead and be on our way and rescue Dr. Young. Oh, he left her as a present. How nice. And smash. Alright, so just go ahead and backtrack to wherever you were. And head on down here on the yellow line. Long hallways, halt long.
An extensive breakdown of our costs and healthcare packages can be found.
That's Dr.
Yeah, she can operate on me anytime.
I'll operate on your face with a batarang. Butt punch. Oh, come on, I was so attacking you. Okay. I think I went for a ground pound. No, what happened there? I don't know. Whatever, we're moving on. Hey, I got enough for another upgrade. I think it's time for another combat, and I'm gonna get the special combat takedown. Alright, so we got a whole room full of armed henchmen in there, so we're gonna even the odds a little bit with our explosive gel.
Planned like a military operation. Friends on the inside and out.
I am quite aware that this job, as you call it,
Alright.
requires friends.
Fire in the hole! You see that guy's face? Okay, how does she not get knocked out after all that? These guys are... Well, let's be honest, these guys are probably dead, but for the sake of saying Batman, they're unconscious, but she's totally fine.
What's going on? They were talking like they were in control. Is it true the Joker escaped?
Unfortunately, yes. But not for long.
I'd been studying Joker's case for months when he broke out. The warden was very specific he wanted Joker cured.
Bad publicity will affect his campaign for mayor.
That'll be the least of his... God, I almost forgot. They said they were moving through the facility, hunting down the other doctors.
Not a problem. All staff have been rescued. You'll be safer if you remain here.
Yeah, stay here with the guys that I probably
All the medical
killed.
staff are safe.
Are you okay, dude? Okay, that guy... That guy is just got a broken spine, okay? He's probably dead or paralyzed. I know you can still see him breathing, but he's just not okay. But, it's fine. That was non-lethal explosive gel that blew rocks on top of people. It's fine. They're just sleeping. Fighting Batman is really exhausting, and sometimes criminals take a little nap after fighting him. That's exactly what they're doing.
Welcome to Arkham Asylum. Our staff are here to help you.
I've got ringside seats for the big event. Harley's bringing the...
Alright, so what we have here is these little knife guys, and you can't attack them normally. You have to use a stun attack on them, and then you can slap them around.
Slowly to their...
Although I usually don't do that. I usually just use an instant takedown and just get them out of the way.
When Amadeus Arkham built his...
Alright, all medical staff have been rescued, so let's head on back.
Everyone knows the stories of the various so-called supercriminals treated here, but that is only half the story. Our
Did you find them? Are they okay?
Yes, they're safe now.
Batman, we've got another problem.
I need to get back to the mansion. All my research notes are there. We can't risk Joker getting his hands on them.
It's not safe, Doctor. The island's a war zone. You won't stand a chance.
It's my life's work. You really don't have the authority to...
I'll get her there, Batman. You ask me, it's about time for a little payback.
I don't like it, but... Who called the elevator?
Wasn't us. It's coming from the lower floor.
Cash, take Dr. Young. Get her notes and then find somewhere safe to hold up. Everyone else, go to the observation room. Barricade yourselves in.
The boss says he's in here somewhere. Spread out.
Alright, we're gonna go ahead and take care of these mooks pretty quick. There's only 3 of them. Let's see here.
What kind of psycho built this place? Looked like no hospital I ever been in.
It's not really a hospital. Okay, how am I gonna tackle this?
Ain't hospital supposed to be clean? This place stinks.
Yeah, there has to be a lot of health code violations in Arkham. Oh, look at you being all cautious. Not that that's gonna help you. Come on. Come this way. Come to Butthead.
Wait to get out of here. This hospital scares the crap out of me.
Oh, why'd you come up here? Dang it. Well, I was going to do this rather quickly, but no, it's not looking that way. Okay, he's headed that way to the top, so I'm gonna go over here and take this guy out first. Hopefully. Yeah, he's headed that way. Which way are you going, homie? You gonna go that way? That's a good direction to go. Okay. Shh, go to sleep. Alright, there's one. Now we got him. Where's your friend at?
Supposed to be clean? This place stinks.
It's kind of risky to do a takedown here. What are you both coming over here for? Kind of wish I had the dual batarangs right now so I could knock both of them down. Okay, your buddy just checked that area. There's nothing over there.
I don't like this. Don't like this at all. What are you doing? Someone... Ah!
Okay, I'm out. I'm out, E5000. Oh, it is happening, though. Alright. Pow! Go ahead and smash these, and it's time to face our fears.
Metal box hanging precariously over a deadly drop. What say I just blow the emergency brakes and drop you like a sack of puppies? Say good night, bats. Boom! Only kidding. Got a few more surprises in store for you. Prepare to face your fears. All of them!
You guys know what that means. Alright, ladies and gentlemen, so during this next part, I'm going to shoot a little bit of Scarecrow lore for you guys. However, we do have a bit of dialogue up ahead, so afterwards, we'll talk about Jonathan Crane, the Scarecrow, the Master of Fear.
Please help me, Batman. No!
I'm sorry, Jim.
Barbara. I'm sorry. I was too late.
I'm sorry. The number you've dialed isn't available. Please leave a message after the tone.
Barbara, are you there?
Please hang up your phone.
So Jonathan Crane was inspired by Ichabod Crane from The Legend of Sleepy Hollow, and he first appeared in World's Finest, number 3. At this point, it's the Golden Age, and as a kid, he's constantly bullied for his lanky figure and being a bookworm. At college, he gets his degree in psychiatry, obviously specializing in fears and phobias. He graduates and becomes a professor at Gotham University. And he's always looked down on by his peers for wearing ratty clothing and his reclusive nature, because all of his money goes into books for his studies. He's later fired for firing a gun inside the classroom to prove a point in fear, and he goes on to use his Scarecrow gimmick to scare his victims into doing whatever he wants, basically blackmailing them. But he eventually kills a guy that doesn't cooperate. But unfortunately for him, Bruce Wayne was the trustee to that guy. And Batman investigates the crime and learns of Jonathan Crane, who has a degree in psychology and fears and phobias. And he takes him down from there. Later on, during the Crisis of Infinite Earths, the whole thing just reset the whole DC timeline, and this is the Silver Age. And his Fear Gas debuts in issue 189. And this version of Scarecrow is a little weird because he has a fear of birds. So he treats himself by keeping birds. One of them is named Craw, and the other is a Nightmare. His origin is pretty much the same as the Golden One, or the Golden Age. And only he has a more violent way of dealing with the bullies. At the high school prom, he pulls a gun on the head bully, which his name is Bo Giggs, and his girlfriend Sherry, and he causes their car to crash. And Bo Giggs is paralyzed, but Sherry is killed. And it's here he realizes he has a sick pleasure in scaring people to death. He goes on to be a professor at Gotham University. However, he injures a student in one of his experiments and is fired. We later get more details on his origins in the 2005 Batman and Scarecrow comic. We learn that Crane is abused by his religious grandmother, and his dad just basically leaves him, and his mom just doesn't care about him at all. His grandmother later locks him in a church full of crows, and it's this here where he has that affinity and love for crows. He later goes on to murder his grandma because he learns of his mother giving birth to a baby girl, and he's a little bit jealous. Now, as for the New 52 version of Jonathan Crane, his father is a professor in fear. However, he doesn't really have any test subjects to test out. So Jonathan Crane is unfortunately the victim of all his fear experiments. And a part of these experiments is locking Crane in the basement where it's dark. Unfortunately, if his father dies from a heart attack, and Jonathan is locked in the basement. And help doesn't come until one of his father's colleagues doesn't hear from him from a while, and so they come to investigate. And they find Crane locked in the basement. And this incident scars Crane for life, obviously. However, he decides to overcome his fears and start studying fears and phobias. And he really doesn't care about using his degree to further his education, and he develops his fear toxin and becomes one of Gotham's criminals.
Can you hear me? Bruce, what's going on?
Oracle, I'm okay.
What happened? I lost contact.
Also, if you guys want to read a good, origin story for the Scarecrow, you can look up Year 1 of Batman, Annual number 19. It does go into his origins as Batman is hunting down Scarecrow, and it is said that Scarecrow is the 4th villain that Batman faces in this book. So that's pretty neat. Alright, ladies and gentlemen, I am going to call it a part right here. Join me next time when we get a little unexpected visit from somebody. Hope you all enjoyed the video. Please chuck a batarang at that like and subscribe button if you enjoyed the show, and I'll see you next episode. You all have a fantastic day.